Vinyl Times, straight on again with the update. I'm going to show you a couple of 10 inches that I picked up recently. This first one literally came through the door today, and it was an eBay find, and it is the Different Feeling EP by the Avalanches. There's not really it just comes in a plain black sleeve, as it actually did when it was released. It just came in this plain black sleeve. There is no sort of artwork as such. But it comes as two 10 inches, and it's basically it's just their album stuff. It's the stuff that's on Since I Left You. So you've got Radio on there, you've got Electricity, then you've got on this one you've got A Different Feeling and Two Hearts in 3/4 time, which are all four of those tracks are on Since I Left You. It was just nice for me, because I'm such a huge fan of the Avalanches, and this album being their only album that they've done so far. I just wanted to get something a little bit extra, because I'm still, as Ryan Dye, I'm sure, can back me up on this one. Their album to buy on vinyl is super rare and super expensive. Well, I wouldn't say it's super rare, but you can find it, but it's quite expensive. You're looking at £100 plus, $130 odd plus. So it's just nice to get a few things like this from the Avalanches, which are fairly reasonably priced. Again, I've got all this on CD, but it's just nice to get it on. And this is, I was going to say, it's the same artwork. And this is on Rex Records and on Modular. And I believe the UK version of Since I Left You is on XL Records, XL and Modular, which I think were in partnership at the time. So yeah, that was pretty cool to get. I'll give that a spin later. Next one's an eBay find as well. This is the first bit of vinyl owned by this band. This is Kassabian, 10 inch on Empire. Everything Kassabian release vinyl wise is always on 10 inch, which I love that idea. They really make good use of their of the 10 inch format. And this actual sleeve is actually a giant poster of this itself, folded out. This was advertised as sealed, but I'd hardly say that was sealed. I think that's been opened and then sort of stuck back. Not that I'm really bothered. Again, I got this on CD, but I have opened it since myself because it wasn't sealed. And yeah, and I will be looking to try and pick up the rest of the 10 inch singles. I know Dean's got a few as well. I can never remember Dean's last name because it confuses me because I'm Dean. But yeah, Dean will know what I mean. He's got a few of the singles, and I think he's got a couple of LPs of theirs as well. But they're just so expensive. Same like Oasis and that, again, Ocean Colour Sea, so expensive. But anyway, next up, this was a 10 inch I got on Record Store Day. This is London Grammar's Hey Now. This is actually a remix from Bonobo and a remix from 07. And this is on, I don't know if you call this coloured vinyl. Excuse the fingers. I don't know if you can see that in the light. It's actually transparent, you can see through it. But it's a really nice sort of smoky effect, dark black sort of smoky effect in there. I haven't actually played this yet. Literally, for the first time I've actually got it out of the sleeve. But yeah, this was a Record Store Day find. As far as Record Store Day went for me, I wasn't like really impressed with my whole experience. I don't know if we do it just as well as the guys in America do it, or guys in Canada do it. I don't know, it just seemed like it was all a bit of a build-up to nothing really. Maybe if we went to some of the few bigger stores. I went to my local store here, and I went in and I picked up one other thing that I'll show you in a second. And I picked up a Bird's 45, which I'll show in another video, which I'm going to do a 45s video. And I don't know, it's just, my shop was a bit disorganised. They just kind of let it out on the tables, and it was kind of a bit of a free-for-all. They'd asked me a couple of weeks before if I wanted anything, and I said, well, there was a Yardbirds LP that I really wanted, which actually is what I've got, which I'll show you in a sec. And I just I think there was so much on the list, and I didn't really know what was what. Bit of probably bad planning on my part, and not really sort of getting organised for it. But it just didn't seem. The whole experience just didn't seem that well organised, whether it be from my part or whether it be from the shop's part. I went to another shop because I really wanted the Oasis 10-inch. Sorry, not the Oasis 10-inch. The Oasis 12-inch of Supersonic, which they didn't even. My shop didn't even order it in, which seems silly to me because we're always asking in their shop. They're always saying, always let you know if any Oasis come in. But they didn't order it in. They were ordering lots of other stuff that is still sat there 3 weeks later that hasn't sold. So then I went across to Marlborough, to Sound Knowledge, and I didn't have to queue up outside, but I did see there was a big queue outside earlier in the day from a few pictures I saw on Facebook, but I had to queue inside. And then when I got upstairs, because they have all their stuff upstairs, again, it was kind of a bit of a free-for-all, but they'd already sold out of it, and there was a lot of other stuff there that I didn't really sort of have time to look at, or I didn't really know what I was looking at. But I have seen a couple of things since. I've had time to sort of go back to both shops and sort of really sort of take my time and look at the records. So there's one by Orpheus Andromedas, the Cartel, that I really wouldn't mind getting hold of, which has some bits by Noel Gallagher in it, and the Dylan one I might look at getting as well. And yeah, I don't know, maybe next year I might be a bit more organised. The next year the shop might be a bit more organised. It was their first one, to be fair to them, so you know, it's all a bit of a learning curve, but it wasn't too bad. And the thing is, I didn't go crazy and I didn't spend a lot of money, so the wife was pretty happy on that respect. But anyway, well, back to the records. I've still got a fair few to go. So I picked this up the other day. Oh, actually, I'll show you. This was the this is the other record store day find I got. This was the Yardbirds Sounds I Heard, which is some BBC recordings, and this is on Easy Action Records. I re-released on Easy Action. There's no coloured vinyl. There's no nothing spectacular to see here. It's just what it is. But it did come with a 7-inch as well, which was quite nice. But yeah, I mean, it's still really nice. And this was all the boys in there as well, so you've got Clapton in there as well. It comes with a 7-inch as well as the 12-inch. So there's a 12-inch label there, and one-sided. This is one-sided White Summer with Jimmy Page, recorded at the BBC in 1969 as a separate one. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I haven't played either of these yet. Again, just haven't got round to it really. And yeah, that was about it for Record Store Day for me. Again, I think I'll look again. What did annoy me is that I started seeing records going on eBay, but just for silly money. Like, I wanted to try and get hold of the Oasis 12-inch, so I went straight onto eBay to see if anybody put it on there, and they were over crazy money. I mean, I think Adam Nichols got it. He said he paid like £16 for it or something, and on eBay they were going for 45 quid straight away. And I was like, well, that's not, you know, if somebody's going to put it on eBay, put it on eBay, but at least put it on eBay for a sensible price or a sensible bidding price. But you're always going to get that. I mean, that's just the way it is. So no point complaining about that. In the end, I have managed to get 2 copies. I don't physically have them yet, but my friend who lives up in Oxford, he managed to blag me 2 copies, which is quite ironic because he's not even into vinyl, doesn't collect records. He was just walking past the shop after he'd seen I put something out on Facebook saying, hey, if anybody sees one, can they pick me one up? And that was kind of just going out to my sort of record collecting friends sort of circle. But my mate, who I know from work, he said, yeah, I've got one here. I said, well, if you do me a favour, can you pick me 2 up? Because I have another friend who wants one. So I'm going to have 2 copies, because my friend now said he doesn't want it, so I'm going to have 2 copies, so I'll have one to play and one just to sort of sit on a shelf and do something. But yeah, that was pretty cool. That was Record Store Day for me, in a nutshell. Moving on, really happy to get this next one. This is the Turtles presents the Battle of the Bands, White Whale, also on London Records. I really like the Turtles. and this album is pretty cool, pretty funky, and it's in really cool condition. I first heard about the Turtles through the band called the Lightning Seeds, and the Lightning Seeds covered what was the song they covered? You Showed Me, and I really like that song. So I really liked it from the Lightning Seeds days, and it's off of Jollification, which is an album I got. So I looked it up and found out that it was originally a Turtles track, and ever since then I got into the Turtles, and yeah, it was really cool to get hold of this. And this is just a really, really good copy and a really nice record. Mono copy of this as well. And I got this. This cost me, it's £20 it cost, so it was a little bit more than I normally like to pay, but it's so good. I'm so happy I paid for it regardless. So yeah, proper happy with that. Next up, Fleetwood Mac, and this is a Pious Bird of Good Omen Fleetwood Mac. This was an eBay find. And to be honest, I thought I was buying this for just the cover, because I've done that a few times where I've picked up records and they didn't have a sleeve, and because I already have this, but I didn't have it was one of my dad's ones, and he didn't have a cover for it. He just had the inner sleeve and the record. So I thought I was buying it, and I thought I'd read it. I must have read the description wrong, because I was looking for other record sleeves as well at the time, record covers. But yeah, it came with a record, and the record's in absolutely fantastic condition. This is on the Blue Horizon label as well. You can see that. Yeah, pretty cool. And yeah, I didn't really have too much early Fleetwood Mac stuff, and this is sort of the first early Fleetwood Mac I've got. So it was nice to get it all together now and have a good copy of that. So yeah, put that one down there for a minute. Car boot sale, picked this one up last Sunday, also a couple of Sundays back now I should say. Black Sabbath, first Black Sabbath I've got, volume 4, but this is the NEMS reissue, so a later reissue. Not a huge Black Sabbath fan, but I thought I'd dip my toe in the water with it. Obviously I know their stuff, but you know, I'd take a dive. This did cost me a tenner, I know, but I'm pretty happy with it so far. I've given it a listen a couple of times through, so it's alright. Next up, I was really happy to get hold of this beautiful copy of the Spencer Davis Group's second album. And what an album this is. I've really enjoyed this album since I've got it. This was, again, another eBay find for £4. And this is just super nice. On the Fontana label, and it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I've just really enjoyed the music of this. There's a few little sort of dinks and links in it, but beside that, it's absolutely fantastic. And now I really want to get their first album, because if it's anything to go by the second album, then it should be awesome. Next up, I tell you what, that's 30 minutes. I'll leave it there. Cheers, guys.